It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's event initial impression guide, and we have a slew of events coming in for next week. This week, we are going to be trying to get this man right here, Peter B. Parker, who is a very influential member of the Spider Society skill raid team. So if you want to know if and what you have to hoard for this event and to get the best results to get Peter B. Parker free to play, then join me in this video. What is going on, everyone? I'm BPG and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, I make content for Marvel Strike Force, usually 2 videos per week, normally based around the events. There are extra videos on the channel as well. So if you find this content helpful, why not hit that like button on the video, subscribe so you know when I upload any more content, and hell, share this with some of your Alliance members if you think they will find this helpful as well. And if you're new around here or not, why not drop a comment down below? I love speaking to you all. I love being part of this community. And I do reply to every single comment. So without further ado, let's get into the initial impressions for week commencing the 16th of April 2024. And this is how we're going to be doing the initial impressions from now on. So I'm going to just lightly touch on the news for the week. This man right here, Pavitra, he is going to be available in Power Core Orbs and offers on the stores this week. He is another member of the Spider Society skill team. I am hearing rumbles in the jungle about people skipping Spider Society. This is BPG telling you, do not skip Spider Society. They are going to be needed. Not only for the skill raids, they are your new solution to the skill nodes in all sections. Just think, once Scopely have sold us this last Spider Society team, that is Incursion 2 completely and utterly sold and solved. What are they going to do next? They're going to bring out another raid. If they follow the same pattern as they have for the past 2 raids that they've done, Incursion 1 and Incursion 2, the next 2 sort of starting nodes for those for that raid will be bio and it will be skill. So you will need this Spider Society team to be able to do that. Not only that, but they are going to have an important part in the upcoming next iteration of Escape from Kiln. And also they are going to be required not only as a skill team for the raid nodes, but also a required team for an upcoming new raid. Details to follow when I get them, guys, but that means either there is going to be a Spider-Verse tag in the raid or a specific Spider Society call out in the raid, normally when they say it is going to be required for it. You know, they've already covered the fact that they are needed for the skill nodes on all raids. So I'm thinking that this new raid that they're going to bring out, it's going to either have a Spider-Verse tag or it's going to have a Spider Society tag needed for it. But we will find out as we go. Also, this week, we have the Extreme X-Men, who are now going to be finally fully farmable. We have Nightcrawler coming to the Cosmic Crucible store. We have Forge coming to the War store. And what I'm most excited about is Sunspot coming to Heroes Hard Node 4.6. He's going to be replacing Anti-Venom, and that gives you a node with the gold orb farming on it, the gold orb fragments to farm. So not only are you going to be able to get Sunspot up to 7 stars, you're also going to be able to be farming gold orb fragments whilst you are at it. So don't delay. As soon as that message comes into your inbox, that'll be sometime next week, get ahead and start farming those Extreme X-Men characters up to those 7 yellow stars. On the subject of extra shards, this past week, Beta Ray Bill has defeated Dark Dimension 7. So Mephisto is now out there in the wild, live in the game. And as per usual, there is a community reward for the player who defeats Dark Dimension, whatever one that they do. There is a vote at the moment. I'm going to include a link to the vote down below in the video description. We are going to be getting shards for certain characters and a 7 red star for those certain characters. So please do put your vote in. Please also consider when you vote, this is not just what you would like to see, but this is going to go to the whole community. So please do think about that when you are voting. This ends on the 18th of April, so make sure you head over and do that. And speaking of heading over, a very special mention. I don't normally mention this very often, but the Marvel Strike Force Players' Voice. They are currently voting for the council members. So if you want your agency to basically decide who is going to speak to Scopely on your behalf from the Marvel Strike Force Players' Voice, then you need to head over to their Discord server and you need to make your vote known to them. There are candidates that they have put forwards who have obviously volunteered themselves to be part of the Players' Council. Free-to-play rep and the free-to-play adjacent rep, that vote has already been and gone. I did put something on my community tab, so hopefully you saw that. But if you didn't, unfortunately, the ability to vote for those will have gone. So when this video goes live, there will be the mid-level spender rep on the 12th of April, and on Saturday, the Kraken stroke whale reps. So again, 2 important categories to make sure, even if you're a free-to-play player, that you're getting the right person who you think is right to represent your voice to Scopely. So again, links to that Discord will be down in the description below. That's all the news for this week. Let's head over and have a look at what events we've got coming up. So the first event I am going to cover is Earthlings Needed. This is the main event for the week. This is where we are going to be getting some shards for Peter B. Parker. This starts on the 16th of April 2024 at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST if you're like me and live in the UK. This is a 7-day event, so it's going to finish on the 23rd of April. And that is at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST, again, if you're like me and live in the UK. There is going to be a daily web milestone that goes with it called Revenge of the Blitz. No prizes for guessing what we're going to have to do there, guys, unfortunately, but we'll come to that in just a second. That is a daily web milestone. Make sure you go and collect that daily. Now, as per usual, when these events go live on Tuesday, which is the 16th of April, I will have another video up with all the details of the event in full. This is just my initial impressions on the event and what I think you're going to have to hoard and save if you need to. We've also got an Alliance event, which is going to start on Wednesday, the 17th of April at 2 p.m. PDT or 10 p.m. BST. And it is a 6-day event, so it's going to finish on the 23rd of April. And in this Alliance event, we're going to need to be spending Isotope 8 campaign energy and collect allied supply for orb fragments. This is your call to hoard. If you are going to hoard anything, hoard ISO 8 campaign energy, especially if you are someone who is lower down in arena and you are not getting as many power cores coming in. The next week's worth of events are very power core hungry, so please do save that Isotope 8 energy over the weekend. That will help you and your Alliance greatly in getting all the milestones for the Alliance event. Well, not all the milestones, but all the free-to-play milestones in the Alliance event. And last but not least, as always, is the Quick Rumble. This week, though, I'm going to cover it a bit more because Animal 6-Pack starts Friday the 19th of April 2024. It finishes on Sunday the 21st of April. You're going to get extra points for blitzing with Superior 6, which we should all have some good stars on now because they've been fully farmable. But there are additional planetary orb fragments available in the milestones of this Quick Rumble, which will go into the Earthlings Needed event. So first off, let's have a look at the web milestone for the event. And in this event, we are going to be blitzing our bums off. No, we're not. It's fine. This event is a complete and utter carbon copy of the web milestone that came with the Symbiote of the Spaceways event, the Void Knight event, if you were around in January. We're going to have to earn 2,500 Blitz credits per day. And this is going to give us a hefty amount of points daily towards the Earthlings needed event. So we are going to get 14,000 points per day to the Earthlings needed event. So make sure you are doing this every day. And what are you going to have to do, guys? Well, all you are going to have to do is, based on a roster of 50 teams, you're going to have to do roughly 2.5 blitz rotations per day based on that 50 team roster. That could be less, that could be a couple bit more if you've got a lower sized roster, or if you get some of these really nice like 1,000 drops that occasionally come out of the blitz credits. So make sure you are doing that on the daily, 2.5 blitz rotations. And speaking of blitz, we're going to cover Animal 6-pack. This is the quick rumble. And you will see here in this, there are another 12,000 planetary orb fragments. Now, these planetary orbs are going to be where we're going to be getting additional shards for Peter B. Parker. So exactly the same as the Void Knight event. If you remember back then, during the quick rumble, they gave a random amount of shards in the quick rumble for Void Knight. This time around, they've put it into the quick rumble milestones, which I appreciate. There's no randomness about it in some ways. Like I said, Superior 6 is what you're going to need here. Hopefully you've got them at high stars. So this is a fairly quick 2.5 rotations per day and out the door again event for you. And as I said, it is a quick rumble. So you're going to need blitz with extra points for Superior 6, and it's just going to be blitz until you finish the event, unfortunately. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully, if you've got a developed roster. If you've got a slightly less developed roster, then, you know, you might struggle a little bit. But we will get there over that weekend, I am 100% sure. So Animal 6-pack and Revenge of the Blitz, that feeds into the Earthlings needed event. And in this event, exactly the same as Symbiote of the Spaceways, we are going to be getting points for spending campaign energy and earning planetary orb fragments. A very, very generous 7-to-1 points ratio on the spend campaign energy. But you will notice here, there is a points limit of 56,000. And I have noticed this is starting to become a trend. They're trying to cut down on people hoarding campaign energy and there being any need to hoard campaign energy as such, because they're just limiting it. They're limiting how far we can get in the events as a free-to-play player. So, you know, they're trying to make us spend money. Hopefully you don't crack. I'm not going to crack, I know that much. But yeah, 56,000 points is the max we can get from the campaign energy. The rest of the points for this event are going to come from the planetary orb fragments. Speaking of planetary orb fragments, from the data that I know that is solid, which is the quick rumble, the web milestone, those are the solid bits of data that I definitely know. That is going to give us 68,000 planetary orb fragments, or 68,000 points towards the web towards the main milestone. But that's also going to convert into orbs. That's 34 orbs. If this orb is the same as the Void Knight orb, the average drop for that orb was 3. The minimum drop was 2. So that should give us a reasonable Peter B. Parker shards from the orbs of 102 shards. That's based off of 3 shards. And the TLDR for Earthlings needed, you're going to want to spend 200 power cores per day on campaign energy. You're also going to want to have an extra 244 energy to reach the limit. Now, you can do this in a number of ways. You could either spend an extra 300 cores if you've got a lot of cores to do that, or you could do what I would recommend doing, which is just saving some campaign energy from over the weekend. So Friday or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, let's save a little bit of campaign energy. Make sure you've got that 244 energy extra ready to go when the event goes live. Do your Revenge of the Blitz daily milestone. That's a given. There are so many points towards the main month-long or the week-long event, the Earthlings Needed event in that web milestone, that it is silly to miss it. Like this Symbiote of the Spaceways event from January, we also have a bonus event of farming the ISO 8 hard nodes during the 48-hour bonus event. I am unsure when that event is going to take place. Last time, I believe it took place over the weekend again, so they're trying to do it so that people are around a bit more and not working so much when they run these bonus events. And I believe, from what I have been told so far, that it is exactly the same as the last event. So we are going to be looking at farming Isotope 8 hard nodes 1, 4, 1, 7, 1, 10, 2, 3, 2, 6, and 2, 9. Those are the ones that have the 24 energy cost rate to farm rather than the 12 energy cost rate to farm. So those are going to be the ones that you are going to want to farm. However, once I know that properly, I will obviously update you all on this. Hopefully I'll find out before I make my proper video on Tuesday. But if I don't, I will update you on the community tab. So pay attention to my community tab, because that is where that update will go to. You're also going to want to complete the Animal 6-pack Quick Rumble. That's a given. There's 12,000 points in that. And you're going to want to collect the free claims daily from the web store. So don't forget to head over to the website and collect those daily free claims. Unknown what those are going to be. I'll update those on Tuesday once I do know what they're going to be. And there is one more thing I need to add into this, which happened during the Symbiote of the Spaceways event, and I don't know if it's going to be needed for this Earthlings Needed event. And that is that we also had a logging calendar, which gave us 200 energy, and I believe it was 2 orbs. So 4,000 shards. If that happens, obviously that is extra points, and if that is going to happen, it will become live on Tuesday, and I will update you all then. So hopefully we do get that. But let's have a look at where we're going to get free to play in Earthlings Needed as current, where I've worked it out with all the things I know. Currently, we are going to get as far as milestone 13 with everything that I know. So that 162,000 points, we're going to get over that, but we're not quite towards milestone 14. So that is going to get us all the month-long gamma rays currency and the flower patch. We're going to get 40 Peter B. Parker shards from this, and there is a 5 Peter B. Parker free claim Friday today in the free claims. We're also going to get another 10 shards of the leader, so it's clear they're trying to give us more shards of the leader through the month-long event in some of the weekly events as well. Will we be able to get to milestone 16 at 222,000 for those extra 15 Peter B. Parker shards? I am unsure. That might be a push one for you if you are willing to refresh the Isotope 8 nodes and spend a lot of Isotope 8 energy over that weekend, but I am completely unsure. What I do know that isn't going to be available free to play as such is going to be milestone 17 and onwards, and that is because that is where the Crimson gear starts coming in, and those are generally reserved for the whale and kraken stones, those who are spending. So I wouldn't set your hopes there, but we might be able to get as far as milestone 16. Again, check out the video on Tuesday with the update, and I should hopefully know by then whether we'll be able to get there or not, and what we're going to have to do to get to that milestone. And now just a few final thoughts from me. This week's past events have been pretty good, and the week ahead of us is looking pretty good. My only disappointment is that they are copy and pasting events. I wish they would do something a little bit different, and hopefully that will happen. But hey, look at the last time they tried to do something different. That was with Black Knight, when they tried to do a different type of event with the old sword satellite, and that was pretty much a nightmare. A lot of people I know didn't get to unlock Black Knight during that event. So hey, it's a swing and a miss there, but hopefully positive things will come. Why not let me know your thoughts on the Spider Society? Are you going to build them? Are you not going to build them? Are you definitely going to build them now with all that information from the start of the video? Please, again, don't forget to like the video if this has been helpful to you. Subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about when I post more videos. And until next time, everyone, stay positive.